as we ride off into the Tuesday morning, wherever you are across this great country, a lot of you are going to be out there voting. Encourage you to do so. And I know it's going to be a stressful day for a lot of different people. We were just talking about that with Petros. We talked about it with the governor of Florida and how he's planning on spending his day. Certainly, Jason Whitlock coming out to the House, if you were listening to this show earlier. I'm intrigued to see how exactly it goes. But I do want to say this. Every election, people come out and say, oh, this is the most important election of your life. And maybe sometimes that's going to be true. It'll probably be true at least once. If you live to be 80 years old or so, there's probably one election that matters more than any other. But for those of us who study history, and I understand everybody's constantly harping on social media about how this is the most important and everything's going to fall apart if your side doesn't win or anything else, I just want you to consider this. We had elections in the middle of the Civil War and in the middle of World War II. About whether or not to continue the Civil War. Everybody thought Abraham Lincoln was going to lose in 1864, and then the city of Atlanta fell. Lincoln won. The war continued. The North won, in case you forgot. The North won the Civil War. In 1944, I believe it was, we had another election with FDR on the ballot during the well, there were a bunch of different elections with FDR on the ballot about whether or not we were going to be involved in World War II and what exactly that was going to entail. I believe FDR was elected the first time in 32, then he was reelected in 36, then he was elected in 40, then he was reelected in 1944. If we can have elections literally in the middle of the Civil War and in the middle of World War II, two pretty important moments in American history, I think we can manage to handle this election. I want you to all stay safe, regardless of whether you're voting for Biden or Trump or who you're voting for. I want you to all stay safe. I want you to stay as calm as you possibly can, because I want you all to be back with me on Wednesday morning. We'll be breaking down everything that happened, all the chaos, getting you ready for the NFL Week 9, getting you ready for all the college football games. I believe I'm correct on this. Dub, look it up. Maction starts back up on Wednesday night. I believe I'm accurate on this.
I don't even need to look that up. You're right.
Is that right?
That's correct.
100% right? So whether you voted early, whether you're going to be voting later today, I'm going to go vote in person, take my kids in with me. I'm looking forward to being able to go vote. I always think it's a really cool thing to get to experience and to remind yourself of how rare being able to select our leaders truly is. If you study world history, we really are taking for granted something that is truly remarkable in our country that takes place every 4 years. So my preaching there, I hope all of you can have a safe election day. I want you all back with me tomorrow morning hanging out. We'll close out the show with my top 5 and my bottom 5. The Steelers, best team in the NFL in my mind. The Chiefs, the second best. The Bucs, the third best. The Seahawks, the fourth best. And the Saints, the fifth best team in the NFL. In the bottom 5, I've got the Patriots. I've got the Texans. I've got the Giants, the Jags, and the Jets. Top 5 and bottom 5 in the NFL with Week 8 in the books. Final thing. I tell you every 4 years how I am going to vote, and I want to do that to be as authentic and honest with you as I possibly can. You can judge me however you want based on my vote, but I don't want to hide the ball from you. So every year that I've been a public figure, I think if you're in the media and if you're in the opinion business like I am, you should tell people how you're voting. Not because I'm trying to tell you how to vote. You're all smart enough to make your own decisions. But just so in the interest of full disclosure and authenticity, I try to be as honest with you every single day as I can. Those of you who follow me on social media or read my website know that I've already talked about this. I wrote about it. I laid all my rationale out. But since I've been a public figure, in 2004, I voted for John Kerry. In 2008, I voted for Barack Obama. In 2012, I voted for Barack Obama. In 2016, I voted for Gary Johnson. This year, I'm voting for Donald Trump for president. Some of you will be happy with that. Some of you will hate me for that. And that's kind of the way politics go. I don't say that to tell you how you should vote, but just so you are hearing it direct from me. I try to be as honest as I possibly can on this show about all of my opinions. That is what I am doing in the presidential election. We'll see what ends up happening. Should be an exciting night. I hope it's a safe night for all of you. Get out and remember to vote wherever you may be across this great country and this great land. It is truly one of the most remarkable human achievements what this country has been capable of, and giving the people the right to vote is the key to all of that.